Daniel Brooks quietly walked into a busy downtown cafe after finishing a long day of construction work. His worn clothes caught everyone's attention, but his calm eyes showed quiet confidence. He simply wanted a peaceful meal before picking up his daughter from school. Little did he know, this ordinary afternoon was about to change everything. Daniel quietly chose an empty table near the window and sat down. He smiled politely as a waitress handed him a menu, while other customers enjoyed expensive meals. He only ordered a simple cup of coffee. Peace was all he wanted after a difficult day. At that moment, CEO Victoria Stone entered the cafe with her security team. Everyone immediately recognized the famous businesswoman. The entire room seemed to pause as she walked confidently inside. Daniel quietly continued drinking his coffee without looking up. Victoria noticed Daniel's dusty work clothes and frowned. Without knowing anything about him, she made an unfair assumption. She believed he didn't belong in such an expensive cafe. Her confidence quickly turned into unnecessary arrogance. Victoria walked directly toward Daniel's table without hesitation. The nearby customers stopped talking and watched quietly. Daniel slowly stood up, greeting her with respect. He had no idea why she was approaching him. Victoria demanded to know why he was sitting there. Daniel calmly explained that he was simply enjoying his coffee. His respectful answer only seemed to frustrate her even more. The tension inside the cafe continued to rise. Without thinking, Victoria suddenly struck Daniel across the face. The cafe fell completely silent in shock. Daniel remained standing, refusing to react with anger. Everyone stared in disbelief at what had just happened. Mason Reed stepped forward to protect his employer. As Daniel raised his arm slightly, a long scar became visible. Mason suddenly froze and stared at the familiar mark. His expression changed from caution to complete disbelief. Mason quietly asked Daniel if he had once served in Delta Force. Daniel looked at him with surprise and nodded. Old memories returned in an instant for both men. The truth was finally beginning to surface. Mason stood at attention and respectfully thanked Daniel for saving his life years ago. The entire cafe watched in stunned silence as the truth came out. Victoria realized she had judged a true hero without knowing his story. From that moment, everything changed. Mason removed his sunglasses and looked Daniel straight in the eyes. With deep respect, he introduced himself after many years apart. Daniel smiled softly as he finally recognized his former teammate. The cafe remained silent, watching the emotional reunion. Mason revealed that Daniel had once saved his life during a dangerous overseas mission. Without Daniel's courage, he would never have returned home. Every customer listened carefully as the incredible story unfolded. Victoria's confident expression slowly disappeared. Daniel quietly asked Mason not to make him look like a hero. He believed every soldier simply did their duty. His humility impressed everyone inside the cafe. True strength needed no recognition. Victoria suddenly realized how unfairly she had judged him. She looked down, embarrassed by her own actions. Her confidence had turned into genuine regret. The room grew completely quiet. Victoria sincerely apologized for treating Daniel with disrespect. She admitted she had judged him only by his appearance. Daniel listened quietly without interrupting her. Everyone waited for his response. Daniel accepted the apology with kindness and dignity. He believed forgiveness was stronger than anger. His calm response surprised everyone watching. Respect quickly replaced the earlier tension. Victoria invited Daniel to join her table for lunch. She wanted to hear more about his life after military service. Daniel accepted with a humble smile. Their conversation began with mutual respect. Daniel shared that he now worked hard to raise his young daughter alone. He never expected praise for doing what any loving parent would do. His greatest mission had become being a father. The story touched every heart in the cafe. Victoria admitted she had learned an unforgettable lesson that day. Success means nothing without humility and respect. She promised never to judge anyone by appearances again. Daniel simply nodded with a gentle smile. The cafe manager thanked Daniel for remaining calm throughout the situation. Several customers applauded his patience and dignity. What began with conflict had become a lesson in respect. The atmosphere felt peaceful once again. As Daniel prepared to leave, Everyone wished him well. Victoria thanked him one last time for his understanding. He smiled politely before walking toward the exit. His quiet dignity left a lasting impression. Outside the cafe, Daniel looked at a photo of his daughter on his phone. A proud smile appeared across his face. He knew she was the reason he never gave up. Family had always been his greatest strength. Mason quietly saluted Daniel before returning to his duties. It was a gesture of deep respect between two veterans. No words were needed to express their gratitude. Their shared history spoke for itself. Victoria watched Daniel walk away with new perspective on life. She realized true character can never be judged by appearance. The lesson would stay with her forever. Sometimes, a single moment changes everything. Daniel continued forward with quiet confidence and hope. His courage, humility, and kindness inspired everyone he met. Some heroes never wear medals. They simply choose compassion every day.